Attorney Ven Johnson says that these details show the alleged armed security officer employed by Oxford Community Schools on November 30th what he calls walk the halls casually as the shooting was happening. All this information is from Ven Johnson, who is representing those families. Johnson says he had the opportunity to watch their surveillance video in the Oakland County Prosecutor's office, and he read the deposition from the security officer who talked to investigators. Johnson says Kimberly Potts, that security officer, allegedly walked by 16-year-old Tate Meir, who was on the floor bleeding, and according to Ven Johnson, she thought the teen had really good makeup. Johnson says Potts told investigators that she thought the school was having an ALICE drill at the time of the shooting. Schools and businesses across Michigan and across the country teach ALICE, which stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. In the motion filing, Johnson says Potts allegedly walks to the bathroom where at the time Meghan Gregory, Justin Shilling, and the accused shooter were inside. Johnson alleges she opens the door but does not go inside. A little more than a minute later, the accused shooter opened fire, shooting Shilling. Parents of Tate Meir, Justin Shilling, and Meghan Gregory expressed just how upsetting it is knowing that this took place.
It's a difficult know that you could still be here. If somebody did their job.
When we sat there, it was an absolute punch to the gut.
It's getting more and more frustrating by the day as, where we are 8 months later.
WEYI's mission is to make every place safer, all those places that we live, work, learn, and play.
New security measures now in place at Oxford High School. It was November 30th of last year when the school was the scene of a mass shooting that left 4 students dead. Students started the school year today with new safety guidelines in place. And Mid-MichiganNow's Courtney Bennett, she is here to break it all down for us. Courtney?
Dave, this morning when students walk through the doors of the high school, they walk through a weapons detection software called Evolve. Now, for months now, we heard from Oxford High School parents who were pushing for some kind of detection software to be added to the school. When we heard witness testimony back in February in district court, we heard that the accused Oxford High School shooter allegedly brought the gun used in the alleged shooting in his backpack into the school. Now, this video that you see right here was given to us by Evolve. You can see people walking through without going through any searches. According to the technology's co-founder, Michael Ellenbogen tells me they can screen 1,000 students in 15 minutes. The technology is focused on detecting weapons, including firearms and other threats. He tells me it has been in place in 16 school districts across the country. If a suspected weapon is found, a light on the machine turns red. If there isn't any weapon, it'll be green.
They get off the bus or they get out of their car, they walk through without changing anything about that early morning arrival. They just walk right through the system. If perchance the system alerts, then they'll step out. Takes about 10 seconds for a teacher or somebody to resolve the alert and figure out what it was.
Rode up to school Thursday morning at Oxford High School. They walked through weapons detection kiosks at 3 exterior doors. The district worked with a technology firm that helps schools across the country improve safety. They use artificial intelligence to identify threats like potential weapons being brought into the school. The company Evolve provided Mid-MichiganNow with this video showing how students could just walk through the kiosks and not have to empty their pockets. If the kiosk turns red, that means it has detected a potential weapon. In July, I sat down with an Oxford school district official who explained how Evolve works.
When students walk in during their daily entry, it's looking at the shape of items in their belongings and on their person. But if something does have a shape that's the artificial intelligence picks up as something similar to a mass casualty weapon or parts or pieces of a potential weapon, then you go to a secondary search area.
Evolve's co-founder tells me their mission is to make places safer.
A lot of schools have tried metal detectors in the past and wound up with lines that just go around the block. Having a system that's really high throughput allows busloads of students to just walk through the front door and never see a line build up.
Can it miss items?
There is no such thing as a perfect security system. The system is very, very accurate at detecting the threats that we're focused on.
Michael Ellenbogen tells me they have spent years advancing the system using magnetic field sensors and artificial intelligence to differentiate items posing a threat. They screen about 300,000 students a week, and they are in 26 school districts across the country.
It's incumbent upon us as parents, as technology developers, to create a safe learning environment, someplace kids can feel comfortable going to school. They ought to be able to just stroll in and focus on what they're there to do, which is to learn every day.
Along with the evolved technology, the district is having students use clear backpacks, and they will be getting a weapons detection dog sometime next month.